What madness is this?
So, last Friday, I didn't really know what to talk about. There's nothing really new going on. It's all just more standing still and doing the same shit. Portland is falling. I guess I could talk about that, but that's been going on for months. So, it's really nothing new. It's just more of the same awfulness. But one thing that I didn't really talk about was Greta Thunberg and her second and third flotilla of ships going to Gaza to drop off supplies, right? Greta Thunberg, she's a piece of shit. I don't particularly care for her, but whatever. It is what it is. We made this monster. If when Greta Thunberg did her "How dare you" speech, if we would have all just laughed at her and said, "Boy, those Europeans are fucking weird," and then we just didn't pay any attention to her from that point on, Greta Thunberg would already be fucking gone. We'd be done with it. But, alas, I don't make the decisions on what other people make famous. Greta Thunberg is now famous. And she decided that she wanted to sail a yacht over to Gaza to drop off supplies. She got there. She got picked up by the IDF. She got a fucking blanket and a sandwich and a bottle of water. She got put on a fucking plane. She got sent fucking home. While all that was happening, she was talking about how she had been kidnapped and she was being held prisoner, given sandwiches and shit. As far as I'm concerned, Greta Thunberg should thank her lucky stars that she got picked up by the IDF and not Hamas, because they wouldn't have given her a sandwich. They would have probably given her a gang rape. Just saying. I don't know for sure, but that's what they seem to like to do with women. So, and I know they don't give a fuck about Greta. Why the fuck would they give a fuck about Greta? They probably don't even know who the fuck Greta is. So, yeah. But nevertheless, sent home. Rejected. Right. Then, there was another flotilla. Sans Greta. Greta was not allowed on this flotilla. Or Greta was still in prison for that flotilla. Whatever the fuck. Greta wasn't on the second one. So honestly, well, why do we give a shit about that at all? Right? So they learned that lesson. And then, take 3. Greta's back. Right? Except this time, it's not just one boat with a bunch of assholes on it. This was like 50 fucking boats. Like a shit ton of boats. And they were going to go blast through the blockade and give off all sorts of treats and stuff to all the poor people of Gaza. 50 pleasure cruisers were going to bust through the line of warships. So, they went to one port, stopped there to pick up people and bullshit. And they had to sit there because the weather got bad. Can't sail in bad weather, right? Not that they were sailing at all anyways. And then they sailed with motors, diesel motors, sailed over to some other island, off to Italy or whatever. And fucking they went to this island and got more assholes and more dumb shit. And then they went to another island and got more assholes and dumb shit. And like they stuck around and partied, you know, along the way. Why not? We're in fucking Crete or some shit like that. Let's hang out. And then they wind up striking it out for Gaza, wherein they run into the blockade. The blockade ain't letting shit through. They don't fucking care. If you have things you want to give to the people of Gaza, you got to drop it off with the IDF. They will give it out. That's how it works now. Nobody gets through. That's it. Fuck it. No. So the IDF stops them. Right? Fires upon them. Destroys the whole lot of them. No. The only time anybody fired on them was, I think Israel, like, flew some drones over the ships and dropped some bombs on them. Right? It's convenient that the bombs that they dropped didn't actually blow anything up. It was almost as if... Now look, Greta and her crew of shitheads, they all say that they dropped bombs on us from drones. And the damage from the bombs dropped by drones was devastating. Blew the ships all apart, body pieces going everywhere. Except no, it looked like the damage was very close to what damage that you would suffer if you were to say, oh, I don't know, shoot a flare gun directly up in the air and allow it to land back on the boat. And then smolder a little bit and smoke and start a fire. Oh, we gotta put the fire out. Put the fire out. Oh, they bombed us. No. Apparently they're retarded and liars. What a fucking surprise. So, yeah, they get to the fucking barricade, the blockade, and the Israeli Navy is like, you can't come through. And they're like, but we have Greta Thunberg. And they're like, we don't fucking care, you can't come through. Turn back around. And they said, no, we've got supplies to give to the Palestinians in Gaza, because Palestine doesn't exist, and we got to do this. And they went, you can't come through. So there was kind of a scuffle. I mean, it's a boat thing. It's not really a scuffle, but everybody got arrested and taken off the boats, and then they're detained. I don't know if they're still detained. I think they might still be even detained. I'm not entirely sure. But they were detained and you know, fucking retards. And all the boats had to be towed into shore. Because you can't just leave 50 fucking pleasure cruisers sitting out in the middle of the fucking ocean right next to a fucking blockade. No. So they had to take the time and effort to tow those fucking boats in. And I hope they impound every fucking one of them. I hope they just wait. And more idiots come with boats. And they go, hey, thank you very much. And you blockade them. And you say, nope. And you arrest them all. You take them from their dumb ships and put them onto the military ships. And the military ship takes the retards in. And then processes all the retards and sends them home. And then they just tow in more boats for Israel. And Israel should be like, these are our boats now. Thank you. And just impound them. You want it back? It's going to cost. Because it costs a lot of fucking money. And time. And man hours. And effort to tow 50 fucking boats into shore. It was crazy. Like, the whole thing of it was crazy. Everywhere they went, there was high-level people. The fucking Pope. The Pope himself. Pope C. Cola. He was like, hey, dumb fucks. Why don't you give us all of the provisions, and the Catholic Church will make sure that all of the provisions get to the IDF, and the IDF will make sure that all of the provisions get given to the people of Gaza. And they said, no. Everybody was like, just give the fucking shit to the IDF so that they can give it out to people. No, we've got to take it ourselves. Because we've got very loose principles. Why does this matter? Why does this matter? I don't know. Maybe because they said no. But why would they say no? Maybe because they had like 4 cans of formula. That was it. Like they had 4 cans of formula and like some other shit. But like huge stores of all this food and water and stuff. No. None of it. Not a fucking bit. Because again, they're retarded. So that's the story of Greta and her flotilla. Fucking so stupid. Just like look, man, you want to go out and protest and burn down buildings and all that shit and beat people up. That's bad. It's wrong. Shouldn't do it. It's not okay. No. Bad. If you're going to do something like that, if you're going to be destructive, take a lesson from Greta and all of her friends. Be self-destructive. Be as self-destructive as you possibly can be. If you're the type of person that wants to go out and hurt people, you really should just hurt yourself. Because fuck shit, Greta. Like, this bitch is not going to be allowed in any country on earth after a time. Like, you realize that, right? Like, I imagine she's not allowed to come to Israel. I can only guess. Like, why? Why go through the charade? Like, like, look, man. In my life, when I was a lesser person, younger person, really, more than anything, but nevertheless, I was a lesser person when I was younger. When I was a lesser person, I would have to go through the effort to weave elaborate lies, too. But my lies never involved a boat and sailing for a month across driving for a month across the ocean. Like, like, the more the flotillas go, the more it just seems like Greta just wants the selfie of her looking forlorn in a holding cell somewhere with the tag on it, been kidnapped again. This is the 3rd time this year that the IDF has kidnapped me. Ah, shucks. Like, you're retarded, Greta. Yeah. Whatever. I think Greta's over 21 now. Greta's her own fucking retarded woman. Greta can do whatever fucking retarded woman shit she wants to do. This is what she has chosen to do with her life. And look, man, I don't want to see this play out to where I think it's going to play out at some point. I don't know. So far, it seems like they're pretty much driving directly into the arms of the IDF. Because they want to get some bullshit fucking takes and be like, oh, look at this. It's just 2 pieces of bread and a piece of bologna and a piece of cheese. You call this fucking food? Ah, I'll eat it anyhow. That's pretty good, actually. But it's still dry sandwich. And this is Dasani bottled water. This isn't Fiji bottled water. Like, what are we, fucking animals here? Like, what is this shit? See the conditions that they're holding us in as they hold us hostage. Hold us hostage until we can be immediately shoved out of the fucking country as fast as possible. I don't know, man. This is another one of those things, I guess, where we have to question, do we follow the actual narrative? And the official narrative as given by Greta is that she has been kidnapped for a second time in a row, and she's very upset that they keep just giving her back. They keep picking her up as she drifts into the fucking shore, and then they fucking send her back so that she has to go and get herself kidnapped again. I don't know. Maybe the second time she got kidnapped by the IDF, that's kind of the went home with the sandwich moment. A country doesn't kidnap you multiple times. It's called deporting. Like, you're there illegally and you get deported. Like, that's... I know this is a totally new fucking concept to the entirety of the world, but, you know. Whatever. Yeah. Greta's still stupid. That's the moral of today's story. Greta's still stupid.